What's going on, everybody? Scott with Halo Platform. Just giving you a little walkthrough here of how to set up your master nodes on the Halo platform once we are live. So what's going on right now is I am logged into the Halo platform into Featherlight. You can see here that my bar is green, which means I'm logged in to the platform with my master account. I am doing this on our QA network, which is a private development network just for Halo. So anything I do here is not on mainnet, and some things may have a quirky response or not finish 100% because this is QA, and we have some things that are kind of stubbed out to go through the process. But this is probably 99% functional up to the point of actually launching a real master node. So here we go. First off, when you get in, you're going to be in your wallet, and this is assuming that you've already imported your account, so you can click import Featherlight or ICO account if you haven't done that yet. But to set up your master node, your bar must be green, and what you want to do is pick the account that you're going to fund your master nodes from. So this star right here means it's your Halo Prime account, which is your default account. At the moment, starting up a master node can only happen from your Halo Prime account. So if you happen to have multiple accounts with different funds in them and you want to use them, then you can go through and make this one your Halo Prime, and that's what it'll default to. In a revision coming up, we will allow you to actually select from the different accounts in the master node contract, but at the moment that's like a next revision. So what you need to do, though, is click right here to unlock the account. So your account must actually be unlocked to make a transaction out of, otherwise it's locked. Then I'm going to go here. So you can see I already have a pre-funded account with 32,500 Halo, and it is unlocked. So if you do it from here, it's going to pop up. This is our Halo, part of our Halo JS right here. This is what allows the platform to communicate with the blockchain and allow our dApps to communicate with each other. So this is kind of like MetaMask or other things. This is basically signing a transaction or making an action, and it's notifying me, hey, I'm taking an action on your account, or a dApp is taking an action on your account. Do you agree to it? And so that way nothing can happen without you agreeing and confirming it. So I'm going to confirm unlocking that account. Then I go here to master nodes. Some of the things here you guys won't see, like this admin is just testing. This screen here is blank because it defaults to the monitoring page, which I have no master nodes, so there's nothing to monitor right now. If I had master nodes up, there would be stuff there. We are creating another default landing page that's going to have some other type of statistics, master nodes divided by over the tiers, stuff like that. So let's get started. You will click here on master nodes, and you'll click add contract. That may say create new master node. We're just going to reword a couple things here, and it's going to give you two options: manually add or provision new. Manually add is if you want to watch a separate master node that maybe isn't yours, or maybe is a friend's, or something. For some reason you want to watch the address of a master node, but you can't take any action on it because you're not an owner. Here we are going to do provision new. So I'm going to start. So then all of a sudden the master node screen pops up. We have two options: solely owned and multiple owner. Solely owned basically means that you own 100% of the funds and you're going to fund it by yourself. Multiple owner means that you're going to fund it from multiple sources. So let's click on that just to see what happens. Click there, we click next. Public or private. If you click on private, it means that you own, or the people that you're going to join together with, and allows for tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. You do need to know their address that they're going to be donating from or contributing from, and you need to know how much they want, because it is going to check for all of that stuff. So I'm not going to do a private one right now. If you click on public, it's only available for tier 1, tier 2. So let me go back actually to the ownership, and let's do a solely owned one first just to get through this part. So it is private because you can't have a solely owned public masternode with multiple owners because it's a solely owned. Here, you're going to create an alias, which is what you call this masternode, so that way in your list of masternodes, it's easily defined. So I'm going to say Halo Platform Masternode 1. Private, I can select Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4. So let's start up a Tier 4 because I had like 32,500 Halo. All right, I'm going to click Next. Self-hosted or cloud-hosted. This will actually say Halo-hosted here coming up. Self-hosted means you're going to start up your VPS, run it yourself. You're going to install Glow and do some other synchronization things to run the masternode on your own. Cloud-hosted means that Halo platform will host the node for you. We guarantee uptime, we guarantee updates, upgrades, and there is no tech skill involved. So let's look at this one. So we selected cloud-hosted, clicking Next. All right. It says here, here's my alias, Halo Platform Masternode 1, tier 7500, sole owner, private, yes, means I'm the only one, hosted by Halo, anonymous, no. Anonymous contracts for smart contracts, we don't have it turned on yet. We will have those turned on here shortly. So it's coming down. Right here, it's saying server IP address. This is defaulting to 192.168.0.1, which is just the default because we're on QA network. So it's not actually provisioning a masternode or a VPS. If this was, it would actually be generating a different IP address for the specific masternode we're starting. Actually, it wouldn't populate until a little bit later. So funding address is my account 0, which is my Halo Prime. Contribution 7,500 Halo, which you can see right here. I'm 100% funded. I click Next. So all of a sudden, the Halo JS pops up again and says, hey, you are going to send 7,500 Halo from my Halo Prime account to this smart contract. You can click more details if you'd like. It does have a gas value here. So Halo platform does not charge any transaction fees. We still calculate gas spent for smart contracts and other transactions to stop and eliminate any smart contracts from doing loops and stuff like that. So, but there is no cost for gas. Gas is free. I click confirm, saying yes, I want to do it. And then the masternode contract interface here pops up and says, hey, you're doing a one owner tier 4, here's your contract address, here's your address. Confirm it. I'm going to confirm it. Successfully created a new masternode contract. All right, so you can see here, over here now, Halo Platform Masternode 1 pops up with a little time thing. Drawn a blank on it, sorry guys. So let me click on monitoring, and you can see it's popped up here now in this screen that was blank. So I'm going to click manage. So here's my contract for it, private, the IP address, the date I started it. It's the since it didn't actually start, it defaults to some random time, and the last ping, which is basically what it says I have for a. It's the health checks to tell us whether or not your masternode's actually up. The status just says deposited because being that we're on the QA network, we're not actually starting up the masternode. Once the masternode started up, it would just say alive. And here, balance 0. This balance is here to show that I have no rewards sitting in my masternode. You do have to withdraw your masternode rewards, which is right up here. As they earn, it doesn't auto pay them out to the owned address. They just store it in the smart contract, and then you have to withdraw them out of the smart contract. That's not withdrawing your collateral. That's just withdrawing your balance. So we have that started up. Let's go back in now, back to monitoring, and it's right here. And we will go back in. Let's start up another one. So we're going to provision new. Let's do a multiple owner, okay? And let's do a public, and I'm going to call this Halo Public Tier 1. And obviously, because I'm cool, I'm going to select Tier 1 to match it up with that. Hit next. When you do a multiple owned masternode, cloud hosting is your only option. Cloud hosting is your only option because in a multiple owned, especially in a public one, no one person has control over your VPS or the masternode itself, meaning they can't turn it off, in which case after 48 hours of being turned off, the masternode is actually canceled in our list, and then all the collateral is returned. So here it's here. Hosting with Halo costs $19.99 a month. That amount is actually automatically deducted from your rewards based on the price of Halo at the time of payout for the rewards, or at the time that they're distributed out to the smart contracts. So when it's cloud hosted, you literally have nothing to do other than sit there and withdraw your funds. So I'm going to click Next. Halo Public Tier 1. It's 500 Halo, ownership multi, no, hosted by Halo, anonymous, no. So here, this private went to no because it's a public. And again, the IP address is the default. This is my address from here. And I only have 250 Halo, so that's what I want to contribute. You must contribute into denominations of 10. If you attempt to do anything other than a multiple of 10, then you'll actually get an error here. So let's do, once again, 250. So I went over. 2,509 is a little bit over what's required, so we can't do that. Let's do, again, 250. And you can see as I change this little bar, just graphically wise, updates and shows how much I have. All right, let's click Next. And once again, Halo.js pops up. It says, hey, you're going to send. I click Confirm. I want to do that. Let's confirm setting this up. You successfully started. So now, theoretically, that should pop up into the marketplace. Once again, though, this is just our QA network, so it's not fast. It may not actually pop up for a little bit just because it's the QA network. But we have one in here. Oh, there they go. They all popped up. So the alias name that I did is only stored for me. So the contract address here publicly to other people just shows as the smart contract address or the address for that masternode, not what I typed in, because we don't want people typing in stuff that we don't want to have publicly displayed to other people. So now let's say you want to join a public masternode. Let's just go through. So this one is let's see, we have a tier 2. Let's see, I want to join this one here. So this one is committed 640 out of 1,000. It's a tier 2. My funding address here. Let's finish this one then, and let's say I can do math. If I do 360, join contract, confirm, popped up. I'm popping up. You have joined this contract. So now this shows 100% funded. It's no longer able to be joined because I'm joined in it. But let's see here. It most likely is not going to take the next step. But you can see here that this one's pending also still. Let's go to our monitoring page. Oh, look here. It is tier 2. This is the public one. It's showing up here. It shows that it's fully deposited. And I can go in here and change the alias to public joined T21. And I believe that should stay there. So once again, balance is 0. It's a couple things here that need to update once the contract actually were to launch. Public join T21, and we go back to our monitoring, and now it's there. So let's see here, manage. Oh, see, now it's saying initializing. It moved forward from deposited to initializing. So the system is attempting to move it forward. It does take a little bit of time for the master nodes to actually provision. So let's go now and click on public T1. Nope, now it's moved forward. So the reason why the contract address changed is because initially it's just a pending masternode, and now that it's initializing, it is an actual masternode. So those are separate smart contracts that transfer the funds between them, especially like the public joined and stuff like that. So those are all started up. So everything is looking good here. I've got 3 masternodes put up. This one again is just kind of a little stubby information because it's not moving forward necessarily. So let's go through. Let's do one more process here. So let's do multiple owner next, and let's do a private. So let's do private with let's just say with with Shannon, who is our lead developer. So masternode tier, we can pick any tier. We'll go tier 4 again. Self-hosted. The self-hosted option here will be coming off before you guys see it, so you won't see that part there. And private with Shannon, multi-owner. So you can see here the IP, once again, my funding address. But now you have these additional funding things. So I'm contributing 50 Halo to this, which, again, 0.67. And then you have to know your friend's address. So I don't really know Shannon's address. Or pretending I'm due. This is his address. I'm going to pay 0x000. And Shannon is contributing 7,000. Oh, well, we're short, so then we go find another friend that says, hey, I have some too. So then we are 450 short. Bam, now we have enough Halo. So I can click next. Now what happens here is when I click next, this smart contract, which is a pending masternode contract, is then expecting these addresses to send this amount to the next address, which will be the address for this smart contract. So I hit next. Again, I have to confirm my sending of that. So here's the contract address. Okay, you need to send this contract address to your friends. They will then have to send from their address the amount that you told the contract to expect. If they send from a different address or they don't send enough, well, if they don't send enough, they can send more. But if they send from a separate address, then you're going to have an issue and you're going to have to restart this contract by canceling out the current one, which will refund all the money or all the Halo back to each of the owners that was in there and start over because you put in the wrong address. I'm going to click confirm. All right, so now we have private Shannon. So it says it's still initializing, so it's still getting in there. And again, private 0. So now what this one is waiting for is it's waiting for the rest of the funds from the other two people. Once the funds are all in it, that contract will then move forward to being an actual master node. All right. So once again, let's just go ahead and spend some more Halo real quick. Let's see here. Let's join this one. Let's see. Let's put in the other 250, just because I love buying master nodes. Let's see. Confirm. Bam. I've joined. Pending orders. Pending orders would be if you want to sell a portion of your masternode, which I don't know if is going to be live on the QA net. Let's see here. I don't think that'll work, but let's go ahead, and this is a separate thing. This is like if I want to cancel, and I know this doesn't work on QA.net. Yeah, little issue right there. So that part doesn't work on QA.net necessarily because it hasn't actually started. So that'll be fixed before you guys are working, before you guys get a hold of this. Let's see. So that's it. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. We'll go back to my wallet. I spent a lot of my Halo. So transactions will be coming in here shortly, and that's it. I appreciate everybody watching this. If you have any other questions, please get with us and enjoy your day.